It was a bad surprise for me because 90% of the team was ready to work on the next Monday after the war started. I'm extremely proud of my team because they are so focused on self-development, on growing. They want to show the world that Ukrainians are having huge talents. You shouldn't know us only for the war.
Hey Bootstrappers! Welcome to Bootstrap Stories, the podcast where founders, marketers, and thoughtful leaders share the most actionable tips on building a successful business. After meeting with hundreds of bootstrappers in the past years, I figured out that we all struggle to grow our businesses. But the truth is that most of us don't know where to ask for help or advice. That's why I decided to start this podcast, to give you all the keys to succeed at every stage of your business. All the tested strategies for solving your struggles and taking your business to a new level. No fluff, no bullshit, only a real talk between friends that help each other succeed.
Today, my guest for this episode is Pavel Tseluyko, the CEO of Merge, a design agency based in Ukraine. Hey Pavel, welcome to Bootstrap Stories.
Yeah, hey G, thanks for hosting me. It's a pleasure for me. Thanks a lot.
Super happy to have you here. And I think really interesting the way you bootstrap your agency. In our audience, we have a lot of, bootstrappers from SaaS company up to agencies. So I would really love to know a little bit more about your background and how you got started with the agency.
Yeah, sounds a good question to get started. So a quick background about myself. I'm 21 years old and I built an agency from my 17. I got started as a UX UI design freelancer at school, and in my age of 14 I was just taking some gig jobs, and the first full-time UX UI design position I got at my 16 for for US startup, and
Okay.
I was quite lucky there because I had senior designer who was mentoring me, and I got really powerful knowledges. So then I was just working as a freelancer, and at my age of 17, I was decided to gather a team so we could bring more significant projects. I can also pay my bills for apartments, for utilities, and it was just started from hungry point when you're so young. And yeah, maybe this conversation will be also so inspiring for young guys who also have a desire to run their own hustle. So yeah, I was quite lucky that I hadn't these borders in my mind that limited me, and I just decided that I want more significant projects and I can take as a freelancer, and I need to pay for my life in Kyiv because I'm not originally from Kyiv. And it's quite expensive for living. That was
That's
honest.
really inspiring and awesome. I mean, you started it's just crazy. You started at 14 to do UX, then you got your first job at 16 with a US company, and then starting the agency at 17, and you are now 21. I mean, I'm really impressed. And I'm curious because to me, this is really inspiring, to be able to start at such a young age. I think I started entrepreneurship much later. I was 26 or 7. So I'm really curious, when you got started at 14, how did you learn everything online? Where did you find exactly your first job? How was the process?
Yeah, good question. First of all, I'm a big fan of practicing, not learning. So if you can go and just copy nice dribble shot of nice interface, just do it. You can just redraw it for sure you should get knowledge, and you can have free access to really experienced people just on YouTube who drive their own podcasts about UX, do lectures, and do webinars. So it's really easy to get knowledges nowadays, but you should practice so much. When I was applying to my first jobs, I already had 2 UX UI design works in my portfolio. It was just concepts. So fake it until you make it. That the strategies that always help you on the beginning. And the idea was build some case studies in portfolio, just 2 high quality work examples, and find something on lower hourly rate just to start gaining your experience. So
did you go on Upwork, or what platform did you use to find or apply for the job?
Yes, so it was Upwork, Ukrainian freelance boards, and Facebook also.
Okay, nice.
Actually, just send cold messages that you're doing that stuff, but keep it short. I'm sure you agree with me here, because all emails and all cold messages should be short, to get value for someone who is reading it. Once I was applying into my full-time jobs, I also was writing that I will work for low hourly rate. I need experience. Hire me. And
nice.
One startup got me hired.
This is really interesting. It's really interesting because I know a lot of people would advise not to lower your price, not to work for free or whatever. But to be honest, when I started my agency back in the days, I did hundreds of hours of work for free just because I wanted to get experience. I wanted to build use cases. So I'm 100% aligned with what you say.
Until you get your reputation, until you build the brand of your company, you should work on that and gain your experience as much as possible. So great testimonials, use cases, experience in specific business fields is quite important on the beginning, and you can't get it if you looking for earning money. Don't look to earn money, never in business.
And I'm curious, how did the transition went from being employee to launching your own agency? What was the switch in your mind that you needed to hire that team and go on bigger projects? Was it because you were freelancing and getting too many demands, or how did you make the transition?
First of all, it's two completely different mindsets because of the mindset of being an entrepreneur. You should be ready to get challenges every day, to huge stress and to unpredicted future, because you can't expect if you will get more clients in 3 months or not. So the first year was quite complex. I was transitioning here from doing the work by my own hands to manage another person. So I hired my first employee, and she's our head of design right now. Nice. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's insane person and motivates me a lot. True story. When we were just started, the experience was going from managing another person then you start managing already 2 persons, and then your responsibilities just getting changed because you're not already responsible for work quality. You are mostly responsible for a customer relationship or for sales or for finance. And I was transitioning maybe first 11 months, I would say, until we got to a team of 6 people. Now we are the team of 50 people.
Wow.
Yeah, now it's completely different responsibilities that I have.
So it's been 3.5 years since you started, and basically you are a team of 50, which is like really like huge growth. What's kind of like your current ARR right now?
Yeah, so we closed April with 160K revenue, and
Okay. So close to 2 million if we project it to annual.
Yeah. So we are targeting to 5 million revenue
Nice.
in 2022, and we closed 2021 with 1 million revenue
Wow, nice.
annually.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And if we want to go back like in the early days, because you were saying 11 months, 6 people, and you transitioning like from being a UX designer freelance to hiring someone, then managing like 5 or 6 people. So how exactly do you find like the first customers? Was it mainly word of mouth? Was it you like going on Facebook group, Upwork, etc., or doing outreach? How was the process to acquire your first customers?
So it's a good question, and I got started from Facebook groups. You know, like where different companies are just posting different design gigs, and we just found our first customer there. And here's only you should be focused on specialization of your agency from day one, because in the specialization where do you gain your experience, other clients really matter, because if you can bring them more value in their business field, if you like can bring new ideas for user experience or manage your work efficiently, because you already know how to work with that business field, they will hire you because they understand that you can solve their problems. Yeah. So
did you specialize like in the early days, for example, on, I don't know, like SaaS businesses, or I don't know, like telecom businesses, or?
Yeah, exactly. So our first client was asset management for crypto, and it was a SaaS model platform. So since day one, we are building our expertise in SaaS, fintech, and mobile apps.
Okay.
It's quite helped us because, you know, just much more easier to reach out to possible clients when you have
a niche and
yeah.
And a portfolio with matching clients and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you get like so for you, like you would say that the main acquisition channel is outreach, or is it like word of mouth, or how would you split kind of like your acquisition right now of customers?
Yeah, we do LinkedIn outreach a lot, and we also get in referral clients. It's like 70 from LinkedIn and 30 or 40 from word of mouth.
Nice.
The strategy with LinkedIn works pretty well for us. Yeah, you just should optimize your LinkedIn profile, prepare nice message templates, how to get attention here. Maybe here I can share also some life hacks. We tried one really cool strategy for LinkedIn outreach. So it was like we were trying to get effect of being unexpected.
Okay.
Like our first message is like, hey, do you have a minute? Or hey, can we chat?
Okay.
It's like first message you sent, and we got insane response rate actually. it's like 60% or 50%.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge, and that's nice. I mean, I think like because the like people whenever they I think like try to do like sales prospecting on LinkedIn, most of the messages I received are actually like really rubbish. People don't understand that the most time you spent on LinkedIn is actually on mobile. So if your messages are like way too long, looks like you've been writing for a computer and tried to do like and that the message has been approved by your CMO and everything, so it's like a super long thing. Yeah, it will not work out. So that's really cool. And when you get like to that phase, like how exactly is the agency split right now? Because you are like 50 people you mentioned. So how many people are actually like doing UX UI design? How many people are actually like working on sales? How many people like how exactly is your team split?
Yeah, so we have company split it for like two streams,
Okay.
billable people and overhead.
Okay.
Overhead means all administrative positions, sales, HR, recruiting, finance. And for billable staff, we have 20 plus designers, 10 plus devs for mobile development and front-end development. And we have one responsible person for finance and one recruiter. Marketing department is the biggest one. For overhead stream, we have head of growth, a marketing manager, lead generation department. We actually have 5 people who are actually focused only on LinkedIn.
Nice.
We divided the pipeline that way that one girl is collecting a database of prospects based on our ICP, and other just chatting with clients in LinkedIn. So it's a quite structured process. That is why we are getting leads from there.
Nice.
And it's beautiful. And
do you and are you the one doing the closing, or do you have like salespeople doing closing?
Yeah, that's the bottleneck that I defined, that I am closing deals, and
Okay.
Just from experience with other agency founders, what I got that all of them are closers, are usually, most of them are closers. They are closing deals because when the agency is growing, the highest responsibility of the CEO is client relationship. If you sign a deal with Series B, Series C client, they need special treatment. And so I invest a lot of my focus right now in customer success and closing deals. But I have an assistant who is actually managing the whole sales process with proposals, estimates, follow-ups,
Nice.
CRM, and I am available on proposal review call and kickoff call.
Okay, no, that's really cool, and I'm also curious because you are like 21 with a team of 50, so I have like so many questions on that topic. How exactly or has it for you an issue to be like young and managing such a big team? Like, how do you face when you have to manage like older people or people who's potentially like more experienced. What have you like? Have you found out like this as being something difficult or challenging, or?
Yeah. Let me start with the importance of company culture here, because it's quite important. And since the war started in Ukraine, I 100% more believe that actually company culture is what keeping us alive. So we have a lot of freedom. We have experienced people who are responsible for their jobs. They don't need to be managed. My responsibility is set up strategic goals, do a plan, and run checkpoints like on sync up calls. The challenge was here that for me it was quite hard to understand that I should bring vision on the table. Where do we go? Because I was doing that quite naturally on the beginning. Like we have a goal on the first year to hit like 10 employees. Let's do it. And everyone, yeah, let's go. And now when you have 50 people, you should have the whole team aligned on your strategic goals. Where do you go on your values? And it's so important here because if the team is not aligned on the values, it will be just wrong culture fit between them. It will be a lot of miscommunication between people. So I would suggest, really, I would advise everyone, if you grow over 10 people, you should start just describing your values. Really, what do you think to what gave you that achievements that you already have? Like for us, it was organized and systematic. Be customer first, be honest always, and grow without boundaries. And really, like my the most loved value in the company is growth without boundaries. That is why we are giving educational programs to our people. We cover 1,000 USD as an annual budget for education.
Nice.
Also, we have a self-care budget, and all those kind of things. They're not quite popular for agencies because mostly baked startups are doing them since they have money. We don't actually focused on our profit because we invest in the team a lot, and that is why actually the company culture is so strong. Because we care not only about like revenue numbers, we're more caring about people, and it really helped us when the war started in Ukraine. Let me finish here with the last thing that you should be focused on people always, and like don't be focused on revenue or numbers. Just keep your people motivated, inspired by your goals, and you will get them for sure.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And what has been for you like a great way to keep people like motivated? Like, do you do like how exactly? Because you mentioned two interesting things here. The first thing is like whenever you reach 10 people, this is where you're starting thinking about your culture. So you start very early, and you started thinking, about your goals, your objective, what you wanted to reach. And you mentioned that, by focusing on people, down the line, like the revenue will come always, because if you help people, if you train them, if we put them in the good or the best conditions possible, they would overachieve, they would overperform. And for the company, it will mean that revenue will follow, the company will strive. And I 100% agree with that. But how technically, or like with very specific example, do you keep the team motivated? Is it like weekly meetings where you share the vision? Like how often do you do it? How often do you review goals? How often do you coach people? What's kind of like the process around that?
Yeah, good question. So we have monthly team meeting. I since the war started, I'm also showing our P&L transparently.
Okay.
So because you like can't imagine how people should be confident in the company nowadays, that we will not bankrupt like in a month. We have like cash flow, yeah, and we had a strategic session with the core team on the beginning of the year. Core team is different team leaders, head of design, head of development, head of recruitment, and their responsibility is to motivate their own teams, and they are pretty good in leadership. So that's amazing. We did strategic planning. It means that we defined the annual revenue goals that we need to achieve. And then during the week, on the beginning of 2022, we were writing down like which marketing activities should we do, how many leads should we get, how many people should be hired, how many clients, and what the average deal revenue will come. So like clear points, what should you achieve? And when the team knows what you should do, and when the team knows to which goals it will take you, it really motivates them. Because the
Can you give like a specific example, like of, I don't know, like any goal that you've set and where it should take the team?
For example, it will be kind of abstract goal, but I want to merge the best workplace for people. It's quite abstract, but from that goal, you just setting up small milestones, what you can do. Like first, it's health insurance. Second is self-care program, like more invest in workshops for the team, like more invest in learning for the team. Because now team are not just picking up the company for the best salary. They're looking for experience that will be valuable for them in the future, because people want to invest money. People want to invest time and not just earn money. So when you set up the goals like that, and you clearly show them to your people, the roadmap who will achieve it, people see growth, and people are strive to growth, and that's amazing that we have that kind of culture in a team. It's also, and it always actually comes from company culture and your HR brand. What people do you hire? Which people do you hire? Because HR brand should be clear. For example, we are hiring young, passionately curious, and bold people. And these three characters is actually describe everyone in the team. And when you have everyone aligned, it's much easier to get goals together.
Nice. That's really cool.
People never should be felt like you cheat them, because you're earning your reputation for sure. And you should always be transparent. You should always be honest. And whatever is going, just be honest with your team. And since you're already doing the business, you always know that it will be like happy end in the future. You're going to that happy end through different problems altogether, and you're like will not fire people if you maybe don't have enough revenue. It's so important that people could rely and be confident on you.
And I think you're mentioning that, especially now with the situation in Ukraine. Like, how has the war kind of been affecting you? Because I know right now you're in Kiev. Is that correct? Or
I'm in my hometown in Kremenchuk. Yeah.
Okay. So how is the team going? How has it been affected? Like the revenue? How you do like handle all the situation?
Yeah. So I was talking about some culture topics in the beginning. Here, when our culture really showed up, why this is important, because it was like extremely unexpected that the war will be started exactly that day, and the team was just unfocused completely. They could not just be focused on work, because they don't understand what will be happened with their homes, with their lives, with their job. And here your leadership responsibilities should come, because you should make everyone confident that they will not lose a job. We keep everyone on payroll. We stop hiring, but we will renew it once we get more clear picture how clients are acquiring in this period. So we also united everyone. Yeah. So the problem is the huge problem is unfocus. When you unite everyone, you motivate, inspire people to keep working, keep delivering our services to our clients, because it's quite important to not lose reputation for sure. And we united everyone by the message that we will donate whole February profit to the military funds. And since the war started, the merch team already donated over 15,000 USD. And people are motivated because their work is actually affect how fast we will get to our win. We will win for sure, but it depends on how fast. And when everyone is doing their job properly, are delivering our services to clients, and we have profit to donate.
Yeah, it motivates even more, like everyone. And because I mean, I can't imagine how you must have felt like the day like this happened, and you say like you're at war. Like, is there like because I mean, you and me were like young, and you are like very young. So I'm like wondering, at 21, I don't know how the fuck I would have handled like something like this. So I'm really impressed about like how you manage like all these things. So when this happened, because you're also like solo founder, so when this happened, who do you talk to? Who do you talk with? Like, is this okay? Let's have a team meeting with everyone, or
finance manager.
Directly finance. Okay.
Yes.
Where's the money? Where are we
at? So the first thing we did, like right after I wrote like messages that the war started, when everyone in Kyiv just heard bombs. Like, I just messaged our finance manager, we should get everyone pay out. So we did pay out for February, like in the first day. Then next person is our HR. Like, Alexandra, please help our people to get out from their cities and find safe places. And we were helping with that. Then next day we had a team meeting with everyone, so to check up where do they located, if there are in danger zones or not. And next Monday we also had the team meeting to decide who can work and who not yet. It was quite a surprise for me because 90% of the team was ready to work on the next Monday after the war started.
Wow.
And I'm extremely proud of my team because they are so focused on self-development, on growing. They want to show the world not that Ukrainians are having huge talents. You shouldn't know us only for the war, because what value we bring to our customers is insane. They really love to work with us, and I'm so proud of that. Here is another thing, like huge thanks to our clients because no one left us.
Nice.
And everyone was just sending support emails, support messages. And first, I was asking for donations to our funds. If they can do some donations, it will be amazing. Second is give us more work because we need revenue as much as never. Because we haven't know like you will have enough money or not to keep everyone on the payroll. And lucky that we had strong relationship with our clients. It was not just supplier and client relationship. You actually like dedicate your attention, your expertise to their products, and they really work with us as with their internal team. It's beautiful. It's actually advice for every agency founder that you should work on relationship with your client, help them, treat them as a customer first, and do better than they expect from you.
That's really nice. And have you like kind of like changed the way you were managing the team since the war started? Like, do you do more weekly meetings instead of monthly? Like, do you do more checkup? Like, what has kind of like changed for you on the day to day?
Yeah. So the first months we was doing even twice a week team meeting with everyone. We also moved to bi-weekly payrolls. Before that, we had monthly payroll. So we moved to bi-weekly, and we asked every our client to pay invoices as fast as possible.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, and actually, like everyone have supported us. It was amazing that invoices was never paid that fast as in the first months of the war.
That's really cool, and I feel like it's. I think it's part of your culture, you know, as you mentioned, the fact that you are transparent, honest, etc. I think it creates this really strong relationships, either within the team, but also, you know, with your clients. So when shit hit the fan, you know that in the end you're not alone. And this is really impressive. I want to kind of like try to wrap up this episode. So usually I have like 3 questions that I love to ask. I know you're a self-learner, so you probably have like an answer for both. Favorite book or podcast for you?
Oh, like the favorite book, I would recommend High Output Management. Do you know that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite amazing because it's just like a guide for management responsibilities. For podcasts, I'm just big fan of Joe Rogan. That's it.
Nice. And favorite Bootstrap founder and also why?
So I will move forward with Andrei Bas. He's a Ukrainian founder. You definitely don't know him yet, but he's so excited guy. He's so young, and he's managing the mobile development agency and also launched their own SaaS for performance review tracking for employees. And they are bootstrapping. They have more than 70 employees in total. And he's so amazing because like when just the war started, he posted in his Facebook that his company is donating over $60,000, sorry, or even over $40,000 to funds. So I'm impressed by this guy. He's also in my network, and I
That's really cool.
that he is the best Bootstrap founder that I know.
Nice. And final question, like what do you do to regain energy during tough times?
So do you mean me personally or for the
personally?
team?
Yeah.
You can't imagine, but donations is giving a lot of energy, because you understand your own value and you help many people with your donations. So if you can donate even like $50 or $100, it will get back to you a lot of energy to stay powered. And that's the first thing. Second, I do just gym regularly, and I have my calendar schedule. I don't have time to be not motivated, you know. When you're a founder and leader, I'm sure UG understand me.
Yeah, love to work out as well. Awesome. And where can people like kind of like follow you, get in touch with you if they want? Like, what's the best platform or the best way to reach out? Yeah,
if you want to get a call, like a pitch call with us, you can book a slot in our website, merge.rocks. If you want to apply for a job, you could also find available jobs on our website. Actually, we hire a lot of people right now, since we have a lot of talents available in Ukraine who lost their jobs. And it's a good opportunity to work with Ukrainians, because I'm sure everyone have heard about special quality and special mentalities that Ukrainians have. Judy, I will add a couple of words here, because we also have like some characters that differentiate us from others, that we are so we accept challenges, and everything that impossible is possible. And we also a hungry nation, and we do everything caring and for the best output. Awesome. Pavel, it was a pleasure to have you on the Bootstrap Stories. Super inspiring story, and I wish you the best for the months and years to come. Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for having me. Have an awesome day. Take care. See you.
Thank you for listening to the Bootstrap Stories, the only podcast where bootstrap entrepreneurs share their journey in all transparency. If you enjoyed this episode, don't hesitate to leave us a review. And in case you want to see the interview, all episodes are live on the YouTube channel. Check out the link in the description and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Have an amazing day and make sure to also join us in our amazing Bootstrap community where we all helped each other to become successful and grow a profitable business. Take care and talk to you soon.